let's actually show a full race of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the AYN Thor. And remember, this is running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset. Oh, that looks mighty beautiful. That looks absolutely scrumptious. Let's have some fun. We got Baby Mario on the track. I should have held that, to be honest with you. Woo! So I'm showing also what it looks like. This is the latest version of Eden that came out a little bit earlier this year, like maybe a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago. But when you are playing a level that you never played before, something happens called shader compilation, which basically means it's just like loading in like new graphics for all intents and purposes. So when that is happening, games can stutter. If games are not stuttering, a few things are happening. One, obviously, you know, there's going to be different compatibility ranges for different games, right? This is a software that can have very distinct and very unique situations going on from game to game. But it is a very, oh wow, that was trash. It's a very good indicator of whether or not, you know, a software is getting really good. And Switch, like the Eden specifically, it's just getting better and better. Now, I had like a video on here that talked about do not get the Thor to play Switch games. And what I meant by that is like, don't buy a Thor if you only want to play Switch games and replace the Switch that you have. This is not a replacement yet. Switch emulation is still not there yet. If you're new to emulation, what that means is that, so there are solved, basically, for lack of a better word, emulation consoles, right? Solved consoles for emulation. So we're talking about pretty much all the 2D ones, right? Going, you know, from Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and, you know, and obviously like older ones than that, to Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and then even PS1, which is 3D, but these are consoles that you can play on pretty much any modern hardware, and you're not going to get any issues. I hate the blue shell. You're not going to get any issues with that hardware. So, oh, look at that, beautiful! What a finish. So the Switch is not on that level yet, right? I think the highest I would say you could get without having, I would say the highest is probably like GameCube Wii, where it's like pretty much the whole library will work, maybe PS2 as well. But after that, it gets a little iffy, but Switch is really, really good, and it's getting better and better. So definitely get a Thor if you want to play Switch, in the sense of like, oh, like I want to try it out and see if I can have some fun. You'll have a lot of great results, but not when we're talking about, you know, only playing it and replacing a Switch console.